Hello, my name is Peter. For this painting project, I am projecting a photograph to trace onto the canvas. It is a quick way to get a photographically correct drawing of this intricate subject. Setting up and using the projector is not easy for me. Getting everything lined up and squared to eliminate distortion of the image takes a while. Stacks of books and boards to get things properly aligned may be involved in my setup. This setup is a very delicate situation I am in. Everything must stay in place. If I so much as touch the projector, it will move and really mess me up. I use vine or willow charcoal to draw and have a kneaded eraser if needed. Always trace outside of the light shapes, drawing around or outside the light shapes. And it is also essential to draw in the shading. Use hatched lines for shading. When I was mostly finished drawing, checking for areas I missed, I accidentally knocked into the projector. So I let it go at that, as it would be nearly impossible to get the projector back in place. I filled in a little more freehand, and then, using raw sienna, I carefully start going over the charcoal, letting it mix into the paint. You can see how the black charcoal mixed into the raw sienna paint turns a greenish tone in places. I am just getting rid of the charcoal, replacing it with paint mixed into charcoal. Once I ink over all the lines, so to speak, with paint, I want to let that dry. When dry, I mix up some gray paint, black and white, with a touch of raw sienna to warm it up, adding more white to make a lighter gray. I thin this color to a thin glaze or scumble, since a glaze that has white or opaque color is sometimes referred to as a scumble. I covered the entire canvas with this glaze, allowing the dry underpainted lines to show through. While this glaze is wet, I can use wiping out paint to reveal the white canvas. But first I mixed a darker gray. I added a pinch of red to the black and white and raw sienna pile of gray paint to establish the darker parts of the flower. And then I begin wiping out lights. The form of the flower really begins to emerge. Wiping out the light is called wiping out in painting, and it is a good thing. If you are a surfer, wiping out probably is not such a good thing. I mix a dark olive green using black and yellow and raw sienna. I block in a suggestion of leaves. Then a blue-gray mixture, mostly ultramarine blue and white, which I gray down with magenta, then a touch of yellowish, a bit of yellow and raw sienna, blocking in the background with the blue-gray. Now I need an orange color, so I pick up some yellow mixed with orange and try it out up on the canvas. The orange paint mixes slightly into wet gray underpainting. Still, it is a much brighter orange than in the photo. I liked it brighter and went with it. One more color mixture for this video for the light portion of the flowers. With a lot of white I needed to darken slightly. I add touches of yellow and red and blue. I apply the light color fairly thickly. I may thin it a little so that the paint will flow better, but pretty thick paint nonetheless. Now I just continued refining stuff for a while. Blending was hugely useful in keeping the flowers soft looking. I did quite a lot of blending. Generally, it is a matter of brushing back over the wet paint with a clean or wiped off brush with no paint on it, dragged over hard edges and gradations of color. Retouching the leaves, I had mixed phthalo green into the previous olive green mixture and some white for brighter spots of green. I hope you enjoyed the video and maybe got some value out of it in any way. If you did, please like and subscribe. See you later.